Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for March. I hope you guys are all doing extremely well. I'm going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Pisces out there. So guys, if it's not resonating with you, you can always check your other signs and placements and see if your messages may be in those readings. Now, we're going to start with your current energy. We're going to move all the way through the end of March. So as you can see, this is a bit predictive. If these events are not occurring right now, according to your timeline, they may very well occur in the next few weeks. But as always, Pisces, please don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? What would you like Pisces to know for March? All right, Pisces, you are starting out with the Strength card and the Knight of Swords. Very nice energy here. I feel like you guys are coming through very strong. I do feel that you are addressing your own issues and needs, working on yourself. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's a strong message of truth that may have accompanied that. So let's see what's happened here in the past. Show me the past. Yeah, there was a relationship, a love relationship. It looks like that ended. And I feel like it ended in a way that you are turning this around. You're working on yourself. You're becoming very truthful with yourself about what this relationship was and what it wasn't. I see you really being very strong here, speaking truth. Let's see why all this is happening. All right, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Well, you're avoiding arguments and fights. That's one thing. But I think this in the past, you felt very powerless. I feel like this ending kind of spurred you to go into this energy where you're working on yourself and you're getting very honest because you were tired of feeling powerless. What's on your mind is the Knight of Pentacles. You're slowly moving forward. And you're also hoping for an offer here, but you're willing to wait. You're not rushing into anything. You're taking everything very slowly, very methodically. Let's see what's happening for you in March. Yeah, I don't feel like you're in a rush. The Death card, that's a transformation that's coming up for you. And that transformation is going to be built up on the death of other connections, upon the ending. If you notice in this particular deck, he's standing on it's the Grim Reaper, basically, with the Sword of Truth, and it's standing up on all these skeletons of the past. So that's what you're doing. It's a transformation that is occurring for you. You're very strong in this stance. You're being very truthful. You're speaking truth. Some of you could be doing some public speaking as well. You're moving forward and you're not trying to rush the process. So it's a very nice energy that I'm seeing for you, Pisces. Let me see how you're showing up. How is Pisces showing up in this reading? How is Pisces showing up? The Two of Pentacles. Your money could be a little tight right now. You could be kind of having to rob Peter to pay Paul, but you're really trying to balance everything out. There's a sense here of expectancy in your energy as well. Like you know that your ships are going to come in and you're in this for the long haul. But I do feel like you are very focused on your money. I think you're trying to focus a great deal on your balance as well. Let's see the energy coming towards you. Judgment in reverse. All right, so the energy coming towards you, it looks as if it's somebody who maybe hasn't made the best judgment calls in the past. It could also be somebody from your past who you have, turned down as far as reconciliation. So we will clarify that. Let me see Spirit's advice. Show me Spirit's advice to Pisces. Five of Wands in the reverse. Spirit is saying do not get in these, constant battle, this tug of war, this, it's a sense of control battles. Spirit is saying avoid that. Avoid conflict, avoid these control battles, these power struggles. That's the word I'm looking for. Avoid the power struggles and never place yourself in a position where you are going to be an option. In your outcome at the end of the month, you have the Seven of Cups. Now, that does indicate that you are going to have options, but it also tells me that you're realizing that not all of those options are good for you. There could be a little bit of confusion with regard to the options that you have as well. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups in the reverse. And this tells me, Pisces, that you have definitely gone through a very sad period in your life. You may have even felt like there was no love to be found. But you're coming out of that. The Five of Cups is now in the reverse. This tells me that while you've gone through a lot, you're coming out of it. You're opening your heart up to love. You're realizing that love is possible in your life. So, and it's this transformation that I'm seeing. So I really do like your energy. Let's clarify it though. Spirit, why is the Strength card here? You could be dealing with a Leo, a Scorpio. Oh, yeah. So you're standing your ground with somebody. You are definitely standing your ground with somebody here, no matter what. And you're standing strong in truth. I feel like a truth was spoken regarding somebody who was very inconsistent in their behavior. Knight of Wands in the reverse. You were dealing with somebody who, you know, they may have been in and out, or they could have very well been, it could have been an on and off again relationship. And this person could have been a bit of a player. I feel like you spoke your truth to this person and now you're standing behind it. You're not shifting, you're not budging. You're like, no, this is the way it is and this is what we're doing. Let me see why the Ace of Cups is here. I do feel like you don't have much interest in speaking to this person. You've said what you needed to say. And I feel like you're not even trying to communicate with them. All right, so yeah, we have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. A lot of night energy, which tells me that when this thing fell apart, it fell apart quickly. I do feel like you're not offering anything to this person. You're not trying to talk to this person. I feel like you also feel that they don't have anything to offer you, that maybe they were coming in with passion but not with love. There's a sense here that you don't trust this person, that this person, you feel this person was a liar, that they didn't tell the truth. So I don't feel like you have a very good opinion of this person here from the past. But I do see that you actually love them very much. And you may still have feelings and emotions for them, but I don't feel like you think well of them. And that can be two very different things. So I feel like you're not extending yourself towards them in any way, and you are slowly moving forward in your life. Let me see why this Seven of Wands is here, because this tells me that, you know, all of this is happening because you were feeling powerless, but something occurred, and it looks like it was a big argument with this person that ended this connection. And it was just like, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And you were like, no, now I'm standing up for myself. Now I'm handling my business. And you haven't backed down from it since. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Three of Swords. It could have been involving a third-party situation. Didn't have to be. It could have just been heartbreaking for you. I feel like this situation absolutely broke your heart. I also feel like it was a sudden change. Like I said, the energy moved very quickly here. There was a back and forth conversation. There could have been travel involved with this, either for you or the other person. But I definitely feel like what left you feeling powerless, and sometimes still does, is this feeling of absolute heartbreak. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hurt and pain. So let me see what's on your mind. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Why is that here? All right, so you're not investing. You have no desire to invest. There's a sense of impatience to move forward. It's almost like there's a sense, you know, in your thought processes, you just want to be done with this. You want to be on the other side of it. You don't want to invest in this anymore. But you're impatient to just kind of move forward. But at the same time, I do feel like you realize you have to move slowly. So let's look at March. I am very curious about this transformation. Show me March for Pisces. Show me March for Pisces. Show me March for Pisces. I feel a deliberateness in your behavior, in your actions in the month of March. All right, we have the Page of Swords. We have the Strength card in reverse. Now, in your current situation, it's showing up in the upright. We have the Death card, Page of Wands reversed, the Magician reversed, Temperance reversed, Nine of Wands reversed, King of Pentacles, Nine of Coins reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, King of Wands, and the Two of Swords reversed. All right, so Pisces, I do feel like you are in the process of a transformation. I do feel like this has been a very painful situation for you, but I do feel, and you're definitely eager to get on the other side of it. But at the same time, I feel like you are beginning to open your heart up to love and the possibility of love with someone else, and definitely with yourself. In the first week of March, I feel that you're checking up on somebody here that you've had an ending with. You're trying to figure out, is this person actually working on themselves? And that could be for a multitude of reasons. Maybe you have children with them. Maybe you still have feelings for them. But I do feel that there's a sense here of a little bit of low-key spying. It's nothing weird or, I mean, who amongst us has not looked at an ex in the past, right? So I do feel like there is a little bit of low-key spying. I also feel like, you're just trying to figure out, has this person matured? Have they actually upped their game? I also feel like you're working on yourself. There are some things here that you're trying to discover in order to help yourself, and it is related to the ending of this connection as well as the transformation that you are going through. I do feel that the person that you had this ending with is a very immature individual. They're very manipulative, and you're realizing that. There's a sense here that you're actually feeling like this person, even though they may appear to be strong, that they're actually very weak. And it's because they're not actually addressing their issues. This is somebody that in the second week you're having realizations about, and it's actually going to spur your transformation. But this is somebody who you're having some realizations that they are manipulative. They are actually very immature. And when things don't go their way, they strike out, they act out, they're unhealed, basically. And I do feel like you're almost taking notes on that in order to make sure that you're not doing the same thing, because you do have this sort of truth in the transformation you're going through. The other person is just acknowledging the end of the connection. So I do feel that, that is, you're almost taking notes on what not to do, basically. And sometimes people come in our life and they're showing us who not to be. In the second week, I do feel that, there's a lack of communication. Something here with somebody new does not develop. I feel like you're the one who is deciding to end it. So I do feel like you do have other options. There are other people here. But I feel like there's somebody new that's in your energy and you're ending it because you either feel that they are manipulative or unhealed. And you just aren't trying to bring other problems into your life. So I do feel that it doesn't manifest, and, you feel like there's an imbalance in it in some manner. By the middle of the month, you are a little bit overwhelmed. I see you feeling a bit tired, dealing with all the healing aspects, dealing with the imbalances. So there's definitely some imbalances in your life that you're trying to address. I see it in your energy here as well as in the, the month. And I do feel like it feels a bit overwhelming, but you're starting to get a grip of it by the middle of the month, which is good. I see you beginning to overcome some of these issues. There's definitely in the third week a deep distrust of somebody who I feel like at one point you thought was your stability. There's a deep distrust. There's a recognition that there is codependency. not only with them, but on their side, but possibly on your side, that you're addressing and trying to overcome. I see you working very hard in the third week of March as well, definitely addressing your money. But I'm also seeing that somebody could be moving into your life at that point. There's somebody you may have your eye on in the third week. The person from the past, I feel like you are cutting that person out. There's a definite boundary that's here. You have no desire to talk to them. It's like you're in the third to fourth week. It's like this person from the past, you have this very strict, I don't want to deal with you policy. You've taken the L, you're trying to move forward, and you're focusing on your actions and what you need to do. You have 2 kings here by the end of the month. Yeah. One at the tail end of the third week, and then I see a king here. And that doesn't mean it's necessarily just for my feminines out there. The tarot is genderless. It's 2 options. You have 2 options. One will be very stable and very financially stable. The other will be very passionate. And if it's not 2 people, you're having to choose between stability and passion. But you know, Pisces, you can have both. So I do feel that you're addressing a lot of your own issues here. I see by the end of the month, there's a decision here to take action to cut somebody out. It is this person from the past. I'm telling you, I see that clearly. And I do feel like you have other options, 2 in particular. So the person from the past, I feel like you are having nothing to do with them. You don't even want to talk to them. You could even be very angry with them. There's a sense here that you feel that this person was very dishonest. So let me see how you're showing up. Show me how Pisces is showing up in this reading. Show me how Pisces is showing up in this reading. All right, we have the 10 of Swords. We have the Star card. Oh, look at that. We have the 2 of Cups. I told you you have options here. One of these options could be a soulmate. So you're showing up here as trying to find your balance. You may be having a little bit of trouble financially. There's some difficulties there. You may be having to kind of rob Peter to pay Paul, but I see you kind of knowing that your ships are going to come in. So, but you're dealing with this heartbreak. That heartbreak has been very difficult for you, and there's a sense of betrayal that you are trying to overcome. I do see that you still need to work on your healing, bringing in your own emotional balance here. I see that in a couple of places here. So continue to work on yourself, but there's love coming into your life by the end of the month. It looks like at the end of the month. So let me see this energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Pisces. Show me the energy coming towards Pisces. All right. So we have the 3 of Wands reversed. The Fool, sign of Pisces. So you could be dealing with another Pisces. Ace of Wands reversed. And the Sun in reverse, sign of Leo. So, and we also have Scorpio here. So I see more than one person for sure. I do see that there is somebody who is wanting to take a leap of faith towards you. This could be somebody who chose to go in another direction or thought that this was not where they wanted to be. I'm not sure this person is actually going to approach you, though. This looks like the person from the past. This person from the past knows that they made a very poor judgment call. I do feel like they moved in another direction towards someone new, and I feel like they're realizing that that was not all that. They're losing their passion for that, and they're in this sense of depression. They're in a sense here of, they're like the passion. So they took a leap of faith into something they thought was going to just be passionate. It was going to be everything, they'd be able to, have a new beginning. And what's happened is they're now realizing they used very poor judgment and they just jumped into something without really thinking it through. and they're regretting it now. So I do see that person from the past, but I don't think you're going to care, if I'm being perfectly honest, Pisces. I'm also seeing somebody who went through an ending, and it was a very difficult ending. This person may have had a bit of depression, and they kind of thought, they were never going to get out of these feelings of depression, or, so they've gone through something very painful as well. However, they have no intention of going backwards. So you're mirroring this person a little bit, and they want to take a leap of faith with you. So there's somebody that's coming in your energy who's gone through a very similar experience. They've gone through an ending. They've gone through some difficulty. They felt overwhelmed by it, but they're wanting to take a leap of faith with you. So I'm very interested in that. I feel like that person went through a tower moment, and you have too, it appears. So let's look at Spirit's advice. I'm hearing out with the old, in with the new. So I don't know who's thinking that. But if you are, drop me a line. All right, so in Spirit's advice, we have the Four of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Three of Coins and the Eight of Coins reversed. All right, so Spirit is saying, do not engage in things that create, difficulties, that create a power struggle. This would be with somebody who may come back towards you apologizing. This would be also with anybody who is new. If you run into somebody new and this person is trying to make you an option, it is because they are not realizing the love that you have to offer here. So there's details that need to be looked at that you may be missing. So that could be part of your transformation, being able to see what is solid and what isn't. There is something to do here with the person from the past. Do not get involved in power struggles. That any kind of return to that, it looks like is going to be sabotaged by that person. There's also an indication here that somebody new, you could wind up being a soulmate with that person. And I saw that down here as well. This person you could have a soul contract with. But as long as you're holding on to something from the past that's not working out, you're not going to be able to see the love that's coming in. And that's a very strong message here. All right, so let's look at the Seven of Cups. This is in your outcome. Show me the outcome for Pisces. Show me the outcome for Pisces. All right. Oh, Seven of Swords. Okay, the Chariot in reverse. That makes a lot of sense. The Moon in reverse, and there's your Knight of Pentacles, which is what's on your mind. All right, so you're going to have a lot of options, Pisces. You're going to be able to pretty much ferret out the deception. So I don't know what took place between you and this person from the past, but it's almost like you have taken that as a lesson. You're learning from it, and you're able to, you're able to see the deception in others. So your intuition is on fleek. You are definitely like very intuitive. And I see that you're going to have a lot of options. You're not moving forward with any of those options that you even begin to feel like there's some sort of deception with. And that means this person from the past as well as new people. This, the final cards really just sum it all up. You'll move away from anybody that's deceptive. You put the brakes on and you move on. You're waiting for that offer that is solid. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight who crosses the finish line. And you've got every single knight here. Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. You've got them all. But the only one who actually crosses the finish line is the Knight of Pentacles. And you're like, yeah, I'm not taking all this other BS. I will wait for my Knight of Pentacles, even if it takes some time. So you've allowed yourself to learn from these lessons from the past. You're able to see the deception or sneaky behaviors. You have all these options, but there's one in particular that you are going to begin to slowly move forward with. With the moon here in reverse, you're able to pick up on all the secrets and the deception. It's like you know what it is you want. You can see any kind of lies or deception, and you're extremely intuitive too. So this is an excellent reading for you guys. I'm excited for you. I think that moving through the beginning part of the month might be a little difficult. The beginning of March might be a little difficult because you're really like learning those lessons, but you have all these options, and by the end of the month you're really using some real nice discretion. So I like this. And look at that, bottom of the deck is the World card. You are putting an end to this cycle so that you can begin a brand new cycle. It's that transitional energy. And I like that you're making that transformation with the Sword of Truth. So let's pull an oracle card and see if there's any further guidance for Pisces. This is actually just a beautiful reading for you guys. All right, so number 27, that condenses to a 9. 9s, you know, 10s are generally completion. So 9 means you're very close to the end of this cycle. And this is called empowerment. Empowerment, which is very nice. So let's read that. Give me just a second. Within the realm of the kitsune are beautiful ponds, still and tranquil, yet within them teems magical life. Amongst the beings who dwell there are the koi mermaids, who come to you now with their message of empowerment. You are becoming stronger, calmer, more staunch and clear in your purpose and message, and there is a direction you are now setting that will be reached. The koi mermaids help the koi to persevere, to meet their challenges with perseverance and courage, and a sense that every moment of dedication and learning will bring about the desired result. This is the card of the person who is moving towards a goal and even encountering setbacks. And so the koi mermaid comes to you to ask you to continue, to cheer you on, and to acknowledge that the heroic journey you are undertaking is indeed worthwhile. While you are so focused on this task or goal, others around you see your work and are inspired in their own personal quest. You are beautiful in your tenacity, and every step of the way sees you grow. It may feel at times as though the flow of the stream is against you, but this is not the time to go with the flow. It is time to make your own way through the waters of life, even if others seem to be heading in a different direction. It is not time for the easy path. You will carve your own way through the waters, for you are on your way to great good fortune, prosperous times, and an enriched sense of what you are capable of. Wow. All right, so all I can say right there is you go, Pisces, because that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's really good energy. It's a powerful transformation you're undergoing. So keep moving. I hope this has been helpful. If you have resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. And until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, namaste.